This old man who was a black man, mind you, that's why we got to get out of this illusion of race, because this illusion of race will have you being loyal to demons. Demons be moving in black people just like they move in white people. There's no such, evil don't know no race. Evil is out here trying to snatch as many people up as possible and feed on as much energy as possible. Evil don't give a fuck about your skin color, bro. Like, evil legit does not care. Hey, what's good, y'all? It's your girl, Miss Mystical Rose. Welcome back. If it's your first time hanging out here, I create content to support you on creating heaven on earth for yourself and creating peace and happiness in your life. So if that sounds like your type of party, go ahead and subscribe. So I met a demon the other day, y'all. This was it yesterday I met the demon? No, it was probably the day before yesterday. I want to say it was Saturday. Today is Monday when I'm filming this. Yes, y'all, I met a demon. And in this video, I'm gonna just kind of share with y'all the story, how I knew it was a demon, and kind of how you can tell yourself when you're around some not so great energy, right? So I live in a very small rural town. I moved down here from Atlanta like a little over a year ago, and I'm so happy and grateful that I did, because living in a slow environment really helps me notice like little nuances and differences. So this happened on Saturday. I was out running errands. I love living here as well because I can literally walk everywhere. And it's like when I'm outside walking, it's a really good opportunity for me to be in the sun and get these downloads so I could channel information and create these videos for y'all. So I love walking. You know, when I walk, it's like my feet are kissing the earth. It's a very grounding experience for me. I enjoy walking. I be taking pictures of nature. Walking is just my thing. And plus, I'm getting an electric car, and no, I'm not getting a Tesla. But y'all gonna see. When you see it, you see it, I mean. But yeah, so I was coming home from Walmart the other day. And I've been having these interactions with beings of light and beings of dark, because the Most High has kind of like really had me operating in my purpose. And in order to do that, I have to have a certain type of sight to see certain things. So the Most High first kind of like prepped me, or God, the universe, whatever you want to call it, kind of prepped me for this by starting with a light being. There was this guy who, like I said, I live in the country, so I notice little nuances, but I've been walking all this time around here. I had never seen this guy. And this guy all of a sudden just started popping up. It was a white guy with a hat with like a brim on it. So I was a little bit taken aback, because around that time I was online and I watched the video, and this guy was like, oh, if you see a white person pop up out of nowhere, then it's probably a Pleiadian and they're demonic and da-da-da-da. First of all, y'all, don't believe none of that, because just like there's good Anunnaki, there are also bad Anunnaki, and good, just like there are bad Pleiadians, there are good Pleiadians. I'm actually of the Pleiadian star system. If you don't know what that means, look, that's for a whole nother video. But I started to interact with light beings, because like I started to see him, and it was like I kind of would avoid him because I thought he was a Pleiadian and he wasn't good vibes. But I kept seeing him, and one day I talked to him, y'all, all love. I could just tell like he was one of the good guys, right? Cool. So on Saturday, I was walking, I'm coming back from the store, and I was literally across the street. This old man who was a black man, mind you, that's why we got to get out of this illusion of race, because this illusion of race will have you being loyal to demons. Demons be moving in black people just like they move in white people. There's no such, evil don't know no race. Evil is out here trying to snatch as many people up as possible and feed on as much energy as possible. Evil don't give a fuck about your skin color, bro. Like, evil legit does not care. This was an older black guy. And then it was like the way I had never seen him walking around before, ever in my entire life. I've been walking around here for like over a year, y'all. Never seen this man. And so like I was looking, because he was hunched over. He was an older guy. He had a cane and he was wobbling, and he was walking like with some haste, but he was hunched over, wobbling. I think he had on all long sleeves. He had on one of these masks, and he had on a hat. Y'all, like, it was like this demon literally had his head down and was walking, and it's almost like he was looking for me. I don't know, it's weird. His head down when he was walking. There's no reason why he really should have seen me, because it's not like I was in his peripheral. But this old ass, demon ass, shape-shifting reptilian motherfucker, excuse my language, but he was hobbling over, and then he turned like immediately to look at me, and he was like, and he started waving. So I'm like, you know, I'm of the light, so if you wave at me, hey, you know, I'm gonna show you some love. So I was like, oh, maybe he's one of the good guys, you know, maybe he needs me to pour some energy into him today. And he's waving at me. Y'all, his parasitic ass is about ready to shrivel up and die, and he was trying to zap into my energy, y'all. So like I said, he was across the street, and he instantly, like, it's like I wasn't even his line of sight. He just popped up and started waving at me, and he stood there waving. So I got closer, but y'all, as I went to cross the street and greet this man, my legs started to feel like jelly. I started to feel scared, y'all. In my heart, it was just like dread. Like, I really started to feel disoriented the closer I got to this being. Mind y'all, like I said, I've never seen this man before, so it's really no reason why he should be like waving me down so hard. But y'all, the closer I got to this man, I felt terrified. My legs literally started to feel like jelly. Like, I felt anxious as I don't know what. And then when I got closer to this man, he had, oh my gosh, he had these yellowish eyes, and he had very dark circles. Motherfucker looked like death, okay? He literally looked like death, y'all. And this is why it's important to stay in our body and stay in the present moment, because your body is going to speak to you. Your nervous system is going to speak to you with that flight or fight response. Once you heal your nervous system, you can use your nervous system to read energy. And so I didn't even really, like, he was over here. By the time I got like right about here and I started to look in his eyes, I was like, I was paying attention to how I felt, and I was like, I was kind of starting to walk, like, you know, away from him, but I still had to go like toward him at the same time. So I kind of was like, oh no, I'm not going to engage with him the closer I got. And then when I seen his face and how much death like he looked like, I was like, oh, absolutely not. Y'all, I kept walking. I kept walking, y'all. And that's the first time that I've really known on sight that it was a demon. I had never like understood that whole like spiritual warfare thing, but like I said, God has really elevated my level of understanding as far as my purpose and taking steps with conviction. And y'all, he was a damn demon. And so I'm sharing this story with y'all just so we can understand, like, we are in the pits of spiritual warfare, y'all. The enemy is pulling out all the stops because the enemy already know that you on the losing team. That's why you seeing people, it's a little bit of an exodus, a space race, all that other stuff. Because they already know what time it is, okay? You're on the losing team. You've been violating humanity all this time, creating events, having us mentally enslaved and feeding parasitically on our precious divine energy, and that's not okay. And so the enemy knows, like, the time is done. We are in the age of Aquarius, y'all. There is light shining so bright in humanity right now. The enemy is about to be starved. And so right now the enemy is pulling out all the stops in spiritual warfare. So I want y'all to be vigilant, and I want y'all to understand that if you encounter certain things, or if you are having certain type of dreams that are scary, or like you're seeing things that are like creeping you out, stay strong, because the tool of the enemy is to try to make you feel like the enemy is more powerful than the Most High. The enemy will never be more powerful than the Most High, because God made the enemy. You ain't more powerful than God, but the enemy will try to trick you into thinking that the enemy can do something to you. The enemy cannot touch you. Understand whose you are. You are a child of God. You are divine light being. Like, these dark energies cannot touch you. Claim that. Because what the enemy wants with situations like this is for you to get afraid and intimidated. The enemy wants to scare you off the path of light. The enemy wants to scare you so that these parasitic energies that have been feeding on humanity can continue to eat. Baby, it's a drought. Y'all motherfuckers about to starve. So just stay vigilant, y'all. Understand the name of the game. Understand that there are events being created to evoke a spirit of fear in you. What is fear? You don't know fear. You can't know fear. You are a divine being. You belong to the supreme creator of all. Your genetics are literally supreme. Walk it like you talk it. Say it with your chest like, hey, I'm a child of God. Ain't no way you can touch me. I had a demon try to pull at me in my sleep. I'll make a whole nother story, but that motherfucker tried to pull at me in my sleep. I hopped up like, demon, you have no power here. And I yelled that. And the enemy will keep trying to tempt you, laugh in the enemy's face. Baby, you better know that your light is way more powerful than that darkness. And you better not ever let that darkness have you thinking that it can do anything to you. Because the only thing the darkness can do to you is what you allow it to do. Take inventory of yourself and be mindful of when you're moving in fear. Release that, because the Most High got us. The universe got us. God got us. If you on this video, you good. The enemy cannot touch you when you're vibrating at a certain frequency. And so that's why the enemy will create events and try to bring your attention to things to pull your vibration down so that these demonic energies can keep feeding on us. It's a dub. It's time to starve these demons, y'all. It's time to have some demonic world hunger going on in this mouth. I have to starve these demons. Yes. Don't allow these demons to intimidate you into fear. But yeah, y'all, I just want to share that story with y'all because if you are evolving, you are working on yourself, you are trying to grow and expand, you are more than likely they're going to try to target you. And I want you to understand that you are way more powerful. And please, I just urge you, do not succumb to that spirit of fear, because that spirit of fear ain't even real, y'all. The word, the light of the universe is so real, y'all, and we've already won. All right, so keep your head up. I love you. Comment down below and let me know if you have any questions or anything you really want me to talk about, because y'all, I'm an encyclopedia of information. I got a whole lot of tea. All right, so anything I want to know, anything you need support on right now in your spiritual journey, we are in the throes of spiritual warfare, y'all. But guess what? I'm on your side, so you already winning. I got you. Let me know what you need. Like, comment, share if you care, subscribe. Thank you for coming to hang out, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Mwah.